Alrighty, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone. This lovely Sunday. Today is April 12th, 2020, and I welcome you to today's gameplay stream, the third straight major stream of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I did make the decision last night that I wanted to play this one more day in a row because we've been having so much fun with it so far. Although, admittedly, the plot yesterday was interesting because we did some stuff in it that had nothing to do with the original game. It had a major new plot line with the Avalanche members kind of doing stuff almost behind the back of Barrett, their leader, but at the same time, some cringeworthy stuff going on too. And it's funny because I was actually talking to people in the stream chat earlier today about this. I said, the more I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, the more I'm remembering why I always criticize the plot of this game. It's pretty cringeworthy. Like, there's a lot. It's supposed to be this epic plot about, sabotaging the evil empire of Shinra, who is using the Mako energy and destroying, everything in the world, and therefore they're really bad, and you got to stop them. And it's like, oh, by the way, there's this teen angsty plot line where Cloud's kind of like this emo dude and doesn't really have a lot of emotion to him. And, girls are after him, and he kind of blows them off the entire game. Now, there is elaboration on all that later. I just want to clarify this. There's a lot of elaboration on why Cloud is how he is and everything later on in the game. But it's just kind of funny. I'm remembering this now. I'm like, that's why I didn't really like the plot of this game that much, because you're trying to get serious about the plot, much like any other Final Fantasy game. Remember, Final Fantasy VI was the Returners against the Empire, and there's a big plot shift in the middle of the game where there's an apocalypse, which is pretty crazy. In Final Fantasy IV, it's, the good people trying to protect the crystals, the elemental crystals, from the Empire of Baron that's trying to collect them all, and the next thing you know, there's this evil plot behind that. But in Final Fantasy VII, there's just so much it really feels like this game, the plot is written for like teenagers who just want a lot of teen drama and angst and stuff. And I'm remembering that now. And I'm like, holy shit, what a blast from the past. And now I actually remember the reasons why I thought that the plot of this game was weak, because it felt like it was written by two different groups. One group was being super serious, and one group was like ridiculous. And just like, can you throw in more drama, please? So, by the way, I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying, that's definitely a criticism, that if you're looking for just a straight up plot that's 100% about seriousness, you're not going to get it with Final Fantasy VII. In fact, I totally remember some really ridiculous parts of the plot that I'm thinking are going to be in this game, because this is the Midgar part, right? Yeah, so it should be in here. That really, I groaned and cringed, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So, that's coming up. The thing is, the game's definitely a dichotomy, because I absolutely am enjoying the combat, I'm enjoying the graphics, the music, and the actual elaboration when it comes to the backstories of these characters is great. Like, the writing, except for the teen angsty drama, has been pretty good. So, it's kind of like, I guess I got to take the good with the bad, but I am really enjoying the game, which obviously, that's why I'm playing this again today, right? I wouldn't be playing it again a third straight day if it weren't for, the fact that I was enjoying it. So that's why we're doing it today. Now, I know some people already, I see some people in the stream chat, what happened to Neo 2? We're playing Neo 2 tomorrow. Don't worry. It was originally going to be Final Fantasy VII Friday, Saturday, Neo 2 today, and then Final Fantasy VII tomorrow. Instead, it's 3 straight days of Final Fantasy VII, and then it's going to be Neo 2 tomorrow. So don't feel bad. You're getting your Neo 2 fix. And then this coming week, it's going to be alternation. So when I come back from break on Wednesday, it's going to be Final Fantasy, but then Thursday it'll be Neo 2. Friday, Final Fantasy. Saturday, Neo 2. See what I mean? So there will be alternation. So that way there won't be, too much overload of one game or the other. And I know a lot of you are craving more progress in Neo 2. You will definitely be getting progress in Neo 2 this week. Okay? So, that's the deal. Now, today, guys, is Easter Sunday. for those of you who celebrate Easter, I wish you a happy Easter. Easter is both a religious holiday as well as kind of just like a normal holiday outside of religion for people who don't celebrate, that religious holiday. A lot of people still celebrate Easter. Obviously, this year, Easter's a lot different for a lot of us because of the worldwide pandemic. So no matter what you do today, I do wish you a happy Easter and a safe one and a healthy one for sure. Please. And I mean this, please. Be careful today, guys. Don't do anything stupid. We are in the middle of a social distancing pandemic. Please do not gather in giant groups if you can avoid it, because it's probably a horrible idea that would undermine all the work that we've done for the last month. You know what I mean? So, yeah, for me, what am I doing for Easter? Not much. My wife is actually off from work today, which is a change because she almost works every single Sunday. So we're going to be making her favorite meal, which is baked chicken. I love it too. Yeah, so we'll be doing baked chicken. Actually, will we be doing baked chicken? Now that I'm thinking about this, I'm like, I don't think... Uh-oh. We might not be doing baked chicken today. Because I don't think we put the breading on the list that she uses for baked chicken. Uh-oh. I don't think we put it on the list. Let me take a look here. Nope. I guess we could do baked chicken, but we're gonna have to do it with barbecue sauce because we actually have 2 different kinds of barbecue sauce. I'm gonna have to tell her during the break you forgot to put it on the list, so I didn't get it, and now we're screwed. That's not good. But anyway, yeah. Well, I just realized this. At least I realized this now before she went to cook and said, "Where is it?" So I guess we're doing barbecue chicken today. There you go, barbecue baked chicken instead of breaded baked chicken. What can you do? Unless she tries to go get it, which she very well could, if she wanted to run to the supermarket and try to grab a box of the breading or whatever really quickly. I guess she could. I guess I'll have to tell her during the break. But anyway, what a realization that I just realized this right now. I'm like, oh shit. But anyway, that's what we're doing for dinner. Outside of that, no, we're not doing anything to celebrate Easter here. I'll be on stream all day. However, later tonight, my late night stream tonight is Animal Crossing New Horizons, and it is the Bunny Day celebration, which is their version of Easter Sunday. Okay. Now, I have absolutely no idea what exactly that entails in the game. I know that we've been collecting eggs for almost 2 weeks in order to do a bunch of crafting of all the Bunny Day items. And I know that Kat thinks she has crafted them all. Excuse me. I think she's pretty positive. She's like, I've crafted like everything. I can't imagine there's something that I missed because she plays the game every day. Well, anyway, we will see tonight what happens with that. In addition to that, I believe it's Melba's birthday. Melba's one of our islanders, and I think that it's her birthday as well. So, potential that there'll be a double celebration. It would be a Bunny Day celebration and a birthday celebration all on one stream tonight in Animal Crossing. So that should be pretty fun, and that should be pretty chill. Polish Frog says, do I still have a picture of my bunny in my office? Yes, I do. I'm staring at it right now. It hangs on my wall. A little picture of Bunny. That was my pet rabbit. His name was Bunny Rabbit. And the E stood for Easter. Because we got him on Easter one year when I was a kid. And he was a very cute rabbit, Netherlands dwarf, a light brown color. And he was awesome. And he was a pet that I will never forget. Show it? You guys really want to see it? I could show it. It is Easter. I'll show it. Hold on. It's in a Christmas ornament. Because it's an ornament I used to hang on my Christmas tree, but I stopped doing that. Here, I'll show you guys. Hello, everybody. Actually, hold on. A little better. There he is. My Netherlands dwarf rabbit from when I was a kid. And that was from when I was a kid all the way through the mid to late 2000s. He lived, I think, like 13 years. 12 or 13 years. For a rabbit, that's like really, really long. So there he is. And, yeah, pretty cool. Now, I had another rabbit, too, but she only lasted about 2 years. She had something wrong. I think it was cancer. and she passed away. Her name was Trixie Rabbit, like Trix, the Trix Rabbit. But she was oh man, I forget a Dutch style rabbit they call. Yeah, so I had 2 rabbits when I was a kid, but man, the Bunny Rabbit lasted super duper long. You know, to the point where I'd already moved out of my parents' house and was having my own life stuff going on, and he was still living with them. So anyway, yes, I know it's an Easter rabbit in a Santa picture frame. Like I said, that was an ornament I used to hang on my Christmas tree. But anyway, I hope you all have a good and safe Easter. Please, again, be safe. Don't do anything silly today because it's a holiday. Oh, I'm going to get together with all my family and friends. 30 of us. No. Absolutely not. Don't do that. Okay? But by all means, do some festivities and enjoy stuff. Okay? Okay. So, Final Fantasy VII on the first stream. Animal Crossing New Horizons Bunny Day celebration on the late stream. Tomorrow, we will return to Neo 2. Okay? We will return to Neo 2. And we're in the midst of a major story mission. So we'll resume right where we left off. Probably going to be a big boss fight. People are telling me I'm on mission 9 of 20. That there's 20 story-based missions, and I'm on mission 9. So technically, by the end of tomorrow's stream, I might be halfway through the game. And that's by the way, that would be about 40 hours of gameplay to be halfway through the game. The game is insanely long with so much side content that it's really going to be a super long playthrough. All right, it's going to continue. So, pretty awesome. So continue that tomorrow. Tomorrow night, my weekly Minecraft stream. And Mr. Papavera is actually in the process of writing up his guide of what he feels like I should be doing tomorrow. Last week we were doing a lot of major resource gathering, and I know I need to build or make more armor for myself. And I know he wanted me to go to the Nether. I don't know if he's going to have me go to the Nether this week or not. We'll see. But tomorrow night's Minecraft stream should be pretty fun. I'm off on Tuesday. All right? But I will be back on Wednesday with more Final Fantasy VII Remake and Call of Duty Warzone. On Thursday, we'll alternate back to Neo 2 and more Animal Crossing. On Friday, more Final Fantasy and Throwback Street Fighter. On Saturday, more Neo 2 and Animal Crossing. So you see the pattern here. Now, also this week, when I get a chance, which right now I have not had a chance to do, I need to sit down, I need to look at these polling for the Viewer's Choice event that will be coming up starting later this month. Now, FYI, you still have the ability to vote on the Viewer's Choice event, and the top 2 games in the polls will become full playthroughs here on stream. So I do strongly urge you that if you have not had a chance to vote, please do. I'm serious about this. A few votes could skew the whole thing and change the results. However, I have been notified by multiple parties of suspected vote tampering. That apparently some nitwit went onto my website and created a ton of clone or dummy accounts in order to artificially inflate voting on 1 or 2 games. I need to look into this. So I am going to look into this coming this week. And I'm going to see if we can figure out what happened here, because I want the polls to be legit. And certainly I don't want people to be manipulating results, especially if there's a ton of legitimate votes for certain games, and those games then get overshadowed by someone who's just an asshole. Okay? Not very fair. So, I will look at that later this week when I get a chance. More than likely, it's going to be the second half of this week because my wife will be home for the next few days, which means any extra time I get will be spent with her. So, probably second half of this week, I'll sit down, I'll close off the poll, I'll look at it from behind the scenes and try to figure out what happened here and get to it that way. Okay? No, I will not pick the games. What I will do is, if there's a game that seems like it had artificial vote inflation, I'll try to get rid of those vote inflations and try to make it fair. I'll see what I can figure out. It's going to be with me and my webmaster trying to do stuff behind the scenes and figure stuff out. So, more on that coming later this week. But, please keep voting for the Viewer's Choice event. You can type !! Viewer's Choice into the stream chat, or you can just wait every 20 minutes or so. That poll will pop up where you can vote in the stream chat. Okay, please keep that going. Also, thank you guys. If you can believe it, we are still on a vest streak. This is insane at this point. But the positivity continues. You guys have been so supportive recently. Thank you so much for that. 26 straight streams where we have hit the tips goal, and I put on the vest to celebrate, and it seems to be continuing. Last night, I'll be honest, I was a little nervous with the Morrowind stream because it was pretty slow, and then all of a sudden, a few people rallied, and boom, we hit it again. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So it continues. If we do hit the tips goal tonight, or today on the stream, yes, I will put on the vest. By the way, the sun is back. Yesterday, I had a reprieve from the sun here in Washington State because it was cloudy and it was nice in the office. Today, the sun is back, which means I already have the fan on blast. The window is all the way open, and I'm going to be trying to cool down as much as I possibly can. Sucks that it's hot again. What can you do? That's life, I guess. So I will try to stay cool, but yes, I will wear the vest if we hit the tips goal. All right. So we'll see what happens. I keep telling you guys, listen, I know it's not going to last forever, but at the same time, man, it shows no signs of stopping. We're hitting it, every stream, which is amazing. And again, thank you guys. You are helping me tremendously with this. I hope you know that. Okay? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, outside of that, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else really to address at this point. Not really. So there's been a few questions about what else is going to happen this month. Are there any other new releases I'm playing this month? It's possible. There is a Trials of Mana, kind of remake / first time release coming out later this month. I'm interested in it, but I want to see how far I am in Final Fantasy and Neo 2 before I commit to it. There's other things that have been left on the back burner, such as Modern Warfare 2 Remastered's campaign that came out. There's also a DLC for Control that I skipped. All right, and as I've been saying, I really feel that we could definitely use a couple main Minecraft streams. Right now, Minecraft is still a late night stream, but I really feel that maybe we could do a few, a 4+ hour stream of Minecraft 2 or 3 times, and that would help us to get caught up on a lot of the stuff that's really important, including some of the projects and things. You know what I mean? We're behind right now. So I'd like to do that eventually too. All right, but I'm not going to 100% promise that yet until we get further in the new releases, so that we can, figure out when would be the best time to do that and fit that in. Since we are in the midst of 2 incredibly long new releases, Final Fantasy VII, by all reports, is about 40 hours long if you do the side content. And right now I'm only about 7 hours in. And I'm only going to be about halfway through Neo 2 as of tomorrow. So, I'll be in the midst of some pretty lengthy releases. I don't want to say, oh yeah, now we're going to take time away to do Minecraft. See what I mean? So, we'll see. But that's coming up too. All right? So, all that coming up. Oh, by the way, Viewer's Choice. Like I said, later this week I have to look at the Viewer's Choice polls and try to determine, what we're going to do with that. So, there's quite a lot coming up and going on the streams. Even if we have a drought of new releases, and all new releases are getting bumped because of the pandemic in the world right now, I think we're still going to have more than enough to do, because technically we're basically on a backlog right now when you think about it. Okay? All right, guys, so thank you. Let's now move on to the next segment of the pre-stream, the gratuitous plugs. All right? Thank you guys very much for 11 awesome years where I have been able to be a content creator and share my daily gameplay experiences with all of you right here live, whether it was originally daily on demand on YouTube and now as a live streamer. I absolutely love what I do for a living, and I realize I'm one of the lucky people on the planet Earth that can say that my lifelong hobby is now my job, and I'm so grateful for that every day I can share those awesome gameplay experiences with all of you guys. So thank you very, 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 very much for that. Today I am a full-time streamer. I stream 6 days a week full-time, and I upload all those archives over on DSPGaming on YouTube, so that if you cannot be here for the live streams, you can get caught up with them on demand. And I'm also super grateful that I am able to keep doing this during the pandemic. I realize there are a lot of people out there that cannot work right now, and I feel for you, and I think things are going to get better. But people have been contacting me and saying, Phil, thank you so much for continuing to stream and be somewhere where we can come and like unplug from the stress of real life and relax on a daily basis. It's really helping us. And well, all I want to say is thank you guys for allowing me to do that for you. You know, it's you guys coming here and being supportive that's allowing me to continue to put out this as a service for you guys. Okay, so thank you for that. It's positivity all around, right? So thank you, and thank you some more. All right, because I am a full-time live streamer, it is really crowdfunding during my live streams that basically pays the bills around here. Whether it's, you know, the utilities, the cost of new games, the cost of new equipment, whether it's health insurance, whether it's taxes, you know, that get paid, whatever it is that you know, groceries. It's all paid by your crowdfunding during the streams, okay? So, if you like the fact that I'm here 6 days a week, if you like the fact that I archive everything and I'm consistent, and you like the positive content that I put out, please consider contributing via one of the methods that I'm about to outline on the stream. However, before I even mention a single one of those methods, what I'd like to say up front is please understand that my streams are 100% free here on twitch.tv. And contributions are not mandatory, nor are they expected. All right? If you come to the stream and hang out with me, that's more than enough than what I ask of you. And please understand that, you know, I do this because I love it. I made gameplay videos for 2.5 years on YouTube before I ever monetized one of them because I didn't care to monetize them. I only did so when I lost my office job and I needed something else to do for work. I kind of fell into doing this for a living. It wasn't ever my intentions. And if I ever lost my ability to stream full-time as a full-time streamer and make a living doing it, I would still try to do it in a more limited capacity because it is my passion and I love it that much. I love the social interactions that we have every day on stream. I think they're amazing. Okay, guys? So please understand that. I am here to have fun with games. My philosophy is that if I put out a fun and positive and entertaining stream with you guys, the contributions will come naturally. I don't have to sit here and harp on the stream and be like, oh, I need more subs. Oh, people need to contribute. I don't want to do that. I want the stream to be about the gameplay and having fun with you guys and interacting. That's it. That's the point of the stream. After I do this pre-stream plugs segment, all right, we then can move on to fun and interactive and positive gameplay, and that's what it's all about. All right. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you recently for the overwhelming support. This vest streak is insane, and it seems to be continuing. So thank you guys so much for everything. Okay? All right. So now all that being said, if you are seeking to possibly contribute on my streams, allow me to outline some of the ways that you can. I have a Patreon campaign over at patreon.com/darksidephil. Every month when you pledge to that, it earns you personal perks depending on how much you pledge as a way of me saying thank you. And all the details are publicly listed there on the website, so please give it a look. And thank you to anyone who is a current pledgee, and thank you to anyone who considers contributing in the future. I also have a Teespring store where I sell merchandise. It is primarily t-shirts, although there's other stuff there like sweatshirts and mugs and stickers, etc. It's good quality stuff. I can attest because I own a bunch of it and had some of it for over 3 years now, and it hasn't worn out. It helps me out a little bit when you buy something, but you get a cool collectible out of it. Please give that a look. That's teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Moving on. If you're here live on the stream, the chances are that you'd probably want to contribute in a way that would, number one, get you some recognition, and number two, get you some interaction with me. So if you either cheer with bits, or you subscribe to my channel, or you tip me during today's live stream, any of those three things, I'm going to give you a live thank you shout out during the stream, okay? Now, please be aware that if you want to get that shout out, you need to be in line with the stream rules, which means things such as no insults, no trying to get me to say something that's going to get me, in trouble on Twitch, no derailing of the stream with giant paragraphs or off-topic discussions that are going to take us on crazy tangents, no song lyrics, etc. I could sit here and, read you the rules word for word, but I'm not going to do that, okay? Just use your common sense. And, in general, we have some really positive and fun interactions every single stream. Now, there's a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen. I will update this periodically for the top cheerer and top tipper of the stream. It is an extra way to get recognition. In addition, there are other leaderboards that are integrated right here into Twitch, including the top cheerers of the week and the top subscription gifters of the week. In particular, today is considered the final day of the week on Twitch. Tomorrow, all those leaderboards reset. So if you would like to possibly take the top spot as the top cheerer of the week or sub-gifter of the week, today would be the day to make your move. Because as of tomorrow, it resets back to 0. Okay? I'll actually be giving shout-outs to those people in just a moment. So, many ways to get recognized, as well as many ways to contribute. You may be wondering, okay, what's the best way to contribute? Well, it's tipping. The reason that tipping is the best way to contribute is twofold. First of all, when you tip me, those are funds I get immediately that I can put towards things that I need to put them towards. For example, utility bills, grocery bills, cost of food, etc. Coming up in the next few days, your tips will pay for that. All right, just being very matter of fact here. All other methods of contribution are great. Cheering, subbing, Teespring, etc. But I only see positive impact from those after some kind of a processing or lead time. So those are long-term support, and I'm certainly not looking a gift horse in the mouth. If you wish to contribute via one of those methods, by all means do. They do help out a lot. But if you're looking to help me out the most in the short term, please tip me. The second half of that, of course, is the fact that we have this ongoing tips goal that we have hit for 26 straight streams, which means I put on the vest as a celebratory, event 26 straight times. Very, very interesting, and of course, very exciting to see how long we can keep that streak running. I mean, it's pretty crazy. So, please consider tipping if you can to keep the streak alive and to support the streams. Fair enough? Now, if you'd like to tip, there's 2 ways to do it. Below the stream, there's a tip jar button you can click, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. Either way takes you to my PayPal tips page. And when you get there, there's 2 ways that you can tip there. You can either use a registered PayPal account, or you could use a debit or credit card, much like you would make any payment on the internet for anything. If you don't see that option, more than likely, it's because you are not on the fully loaded desktop version of the site. So try to manually load that on your mobile device, or just jump on a desktop computer. You should see those options. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as a public service announcement, every stream, I like to go through a little bit of a warning about personal information on the internet and how it could be used against you. Because sadly, there are people in this planet who are really malicious, negative people, unlike you and me, who focus on positivity and fun and improving things for everyone and, trying to help yourself or help people to have a good life. There are some people that literally get validation and pleasure out of hurting others anonymously just because they can. Not because there's any purpose behind it, not because they get any personal gain out of it. They literally revel in hurting others, okay? And so, you may be shocked to know how much of your personal information is out there on the internet right now that could be mobilized against you. Just think about what you have on your social networks right now. Information about your friends, your family members, things you like and dislike, maybe where you work or where you like to hang out. These are very important pieces of info that can all be utilized to harass you or your loved ones, okay? So, I always say this. If you're going to hang out on a stream and be a frequent attendee of any stream on Twitch, or if you're considering contributing to a stream on Twitch, please do your best to hide your identity and avoid harassment. The first thing I recommend, turn off your direct messages on Twitch. They are primarily used in the modern day for online harassment, spam, and basically just, messing with people. To have open DMs on Twitch is just asking for trouble. There is an option on Twitch to set it up so only people on your friends list can send you direct messages. I strongly recommend you use that option if you're going to leave them open. All right, I personally have not used direct messages on Twitch in many years. It's just too much of a risk and too annoying. But in addition to that, if you are going to contribute during a live stream, I strongly recommend you try to hide your identity so that way no one can tie a contribution to you in the real world and then harass you online for it. Okay? So, that being said, if you're going to tip today, you can either tip anonymously or you can completely fabricate a name and a message so that way people cannot tie that to your real life name or persona or your social media accounts. I'm looking out for you guys. I don't want anyone to get harassed as a result of being, a stream attendee or a contributor. So please use your due diligence and please protect yourselves. Fair enough? Okay. Now, let's talk about the rules of the stream. First of all, I am streaming on twitch.tv, that means I must abide by all the rules and regulations of twitch.tv. I cannot just say and do whatever I want on my streams. I hope you guys understand the reasoning why there. But in addition to that, okay, I have my own set of rules that I feel maintain a certain chill vibe on my streams that I like to maintain. Please allow me to explain what that means. I want it to be that when you come to my streams, you can relax and have some positive fun, watch my reactions to whatever game I'm playing, interact with me, interact with some stream chatters, have a good time. But in general, I want you to be able to unplug from all of the stresses of real life and come here and relax. That is the point of my streams, to find positive relaxation and basically de-stressing yourself from the stuff going on in the real world. Right now, with all the very, very worrying stuff going on in the real world, we all need to unplug ourselves from that and to have a good time. That's the point of my streams. So, I have rules set that allow us to try to avoid as much toxicity and drama as possible and have a good positive time on my streams. All right? So let's talk about that. First of all, in the 11 plus years I've been a content creator on the internet, I have found that the topics of politics and religion really have no place on my gameplay streams. They sadly derail things a lot. People tend to get into huge arguments about them, can't really agree to disagree on the subjects, and it's kind of like, you know, my way or the highway. That's not cool. The last thing I want is to be enjoying a great game, having fun, turn to the stream chat, and here we go with political arguments and things about religion, blah, blah, blah. Not good. All right? It's pure derailment of the streams. And, you know, in particular, there have been some games where politics and religion are part of the discussion of the plot of the game. If that's the case, that's perfectly fine, and that is allowed, because that is at least in tandem with what we're doing on the stream. See, it's in context. But if it's not, if it's out of context, it's going to derail the stream. It is not allowed. Please understand that. Now, in addition to that, I've definitely already mentioned there are a lot of toxic people on this planet who like to hurt others. They revel in hurting others and bringing other people down. Rather than, wow, I make positive content, I bring people up. There are people who literally only make negative, defamatory, dramatic, conspiracy theory, negative, toxic content to bring others down around them. Because number one, it makes them feel better about themselves for whatever shortcomings they have in their own lives. And number two, many people have actually found a way to personally benefit from doing these messed up things. Okay? Sadly, I am the target of the ire of thousands of these kind of people on the internet, and I have to put up with this online defamation on a daily basis. All right? I understand it exists. I don't care. I have nothing to do with it. I don't want to deal with it. And certainly, I don't want to talk about it on my streams, because that's going to bring us all down from the positivity and the vibes, you know, the chill vibes that we're trying to maintain here on the stream. So please understand, I'm well aware this stuff exists. It is strictly prohibited to bring it up on the stream. It is against the rules for two reasons. First of all, that would definitely kill our positive vibe that we're trying to maintain on a stream. But in addition to that, it would basically, you know, give undue attention to people who are only negative and toxic people, and they don't deserve it. So please understand that is why it's against the rules. Don't kill the vibe for everyone else. One final thing. In these very trying times that we're having in our real world right now, I am well aware of the worldwide pandemic and everything that's going on and how it's very negatively affecting everyone. We're all worried for ourselves, for our loved ones. We're all really worried about what's going to happen. That being said, please don't make it a giant end-all and be-all discussion in my chat about it. I'm not going to ban discussion of COVID-19 because that would be pretty ridiculous. But at the same time, I don't want our entire positive, you know, stream to be derailed by discussion of it. Again, many people are using my streams as a means to escape that stress of real life and what's going on. They don't want to come to the stream and then be bombarded with people talking about that. So I hope you guys understand that. And I hope you guys will abide by those rules and know why we're you know, doing these things. Fair enough? Okay. Hooey. That's all the rules. All right. Let me see something here. Okay. Continuing on. It is now time for the shout-out segment. In this segment, what we do is say thank you to those who've contributed. We update the leaderboards a bit, and we have some fun and intelligent discussion before we actually start with the gameplay of the stream. so that way we can get some hot topics out of the way and we can jump right into gameplay and enjoy it. In fact, we're in the midst of a very action-packed segment where our heroes from Avalanche have escaped a train where they were detected as rebels, and they're on the run from Shinra. So we're going to see where this leads today, and, you know, obviously I want to jump right into that, you know, head first, and not be bombarded with questions. Okay? All right. So, we start off today with SPB Original, who resubscribed for 14 months and said, Happy Easter, Phil. Happy Easter to you as well, SPB Original. I really appreciate that. And thank you for the ongoing support over a year. That is awesome. Well, Bleach number 9 tipped $1 and says, Phil, I really learned my lesson now. It really sucked not being able to participate in Morrowind last night and share some camaraderie. Now, shall we take a moment to see why Bleach number 9 was banned? Shall we? Why not? I mean, he's throwing himself out there. So let's take a look and let's see why this person was banned last week. Because, let's see, he was screaming, saying, oh, you don't want to have to try. It's not a real boss, dude. Screw effort. Demanding help is hand-holding. Wow, what kind of a man-child gets mad at a game? Bleach number 9, you're still not getting unbanned. Sorry. But maybe you should have kept your big flapping gum shut. And then maybe you'd still be here. Instead of insulting the streamer who brings out fun content for you every single day. Maybe then you'd still be here. But no! Said you had to be a jerk. Oh well. Snow Carl did a 50-bit cheer. He says, you said when Neo 2 was released you couldn't do consecutive streams because you wanted variety. But now you're skipping Neo to play Final Fantasy VII despite Neo getting way bigger numbers. Next time just say you don't want to play it and we will accept it. First of all, Snow Carl, relax a bit. Alright, here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit back in whatever chair you're sitting in. Alright? I like to just feel the tenseness you got in your shoulders, your neck, your muscles. I want you to take a deep breath. Just suck it in as deep as you can. Alright? And then once you breathe in as slowly and deeply as you can, I want you to just slowly exhale it. Alright? I want you to feel the stress releasing from your body. Alright? I want you to realize you're in a safe place, a fun place. Everything's okay. Alright? And now I just want to tell you to stop that right now! Stop with your being uppity about this. Alright? Final Fantasy VII Remake is the hot new release. I'm enjoying it. I want to play it a little bit more. I was already going to play Neo 2 either today or tomorrow. We're just switching the schedule for one stinking day. Alright? Just relax. Okay. So thank you, Snow Carl, for the first cheer of the day. Okay, then. Oh, man. I like having fun with you guys. I hope you realize I'm just joshing you, obviously. But no, we're playing Neo 2 tomorrow. It was either going to be Neo 2 today or tomorrow. It's not a big deal to mix up the schedule like this. Okay? Jumpstart did a 50-bit cheer and says, do you ever have bittersweet withdrawal feelings after finishing a TV series or a movie? Has a video game ever gave you that feeling? Yes. First of all, whenever you're watching a long-running show, and this is something that's a staple of your in some cases your life, right? Is maybe something that you watched for years, and it became a ritual for you to tune in and watch this show. You know, a way to relax, unwind every week. And then when it finally ends, it's kind of like, wow, there's actually like a gap, a hole in your schedule, something you relied on for fun, for relaxation, for an escape, and now it's gone. That's happened to me before. You know, there were a few sitcoms in the 90s that, you know, when they ended, I felt, you know, pretty sad. Back when I used to watch sitcoms, that is. And, you know, same thing with some ongoing shows in my life where I watched them for a while. Although in reality, a lot of these I ended up watching on demand much later. It wasn't like I was watching them every week, but I would watch them digitally on demand. I would buy a Blu-ray set or something and then watch it, you know, at my own pace later. And then when it's over, it's kind of like, oh, man, you do feel like something awesome has left you. But you know what? As they say, all good things must come to an end. The last thing you would want is every show you've ever watched to become The Walking Dead. Because The Walking Dead is the case in point of something that was good, that has degraded itself into something that's not good and is pretty much very, very disappointing at this point for the fact that it's still continuing. I loved The Walking Dead when it first started as a show. I watched it every single year diligently on television, or I would buy the set, like I said, and I would just watch it later. Kind of like a marathon deal. It's more digestible to watch a marathon of the show you like, right? But let me tell you, that show, prime example of a show that went on way too long and was milked excessively for money and just is nothing like the original show and is no good anymore. At least in my opinion. Now, you could definitely disagree with me. Some people say Dexter was the textbook case of a show that went on way too long, that the first 4 seasons were awesome, and then they just kept going and going, and the last few seasons were absolute drivel, right? So, I would have to agree with you guys who are, in that boat and kind of have that mentality. As for a video game, yeah, there were a few games where I played them as a staple, and they went on and on for a while, and it was very disappointing when they ended. If you remember Judgment last year, that was like the summer game for us. That was our game that once or twice a week, we would play 2 hours of Judgment at a late night stream, and it took a while. It took almost 3 months for me to beat the game. But that was a game that was like super fun to just chill and relax in and do all the fun side content and everything. And when it ended, it was actually, sad. Same thing with Final Fantasy VII. Excuse me. That was completely wrong. Dragon Quest XI. Why on earth I got that confused, I have no idea. But yeah, Dragon Quest XI, if you remember, very awesome RPG. That was when I played over 80 hours on stream. Again, it took many months to beat it and do all the content. But when it ended, it was kind of bittersweet. It was like, damn. That was a great game. We had such a chill, fun time playing it, Undoubtedly, there will be more games like that, And it is. It's like, wow, bittersweet end. But that's a good sign of a great game. Just like it's a good sign of a good show. So, all right, continuing on. Kukuka, what a name, took me $1.30 and says, Phil, I bought an air filter, which gets rid of allergens and dust. It improved my sleep and blocked my nasal patches. You should try it. Kukuka, I guess what I would ask is for a little bit of elaboration. Like, you say an air filter on what? On your vent in your room? Or do you have like a device that purifies air in your room? Because I used to have things like that, but that was many, many years ago, and I haven't had one in a long time. Sadly, at this point, I wouldn't be able to afford it, nor could I even go to a store to buy one. But maybe when things get back to normal later this year, I don't know. I guess we'll see. So, but yeah, if you could give me more information, I'd be all ears. Because as you can hear, my throat's been screwed up this past week because of allergies. This happens every year where once the allergens start to come out here, it screws up my sinuses, it screws up my throat, and I end up getting like this for a while, and then usually it clears up within about a few weeks to a month. But it's very effing annoying. So, thank you for the suggestion. Stinky Braphole tipped $1.30, suggesting that people are saying that I'm the person who planted bombs on the Twin Towers during 9/11. Okay, Snow Moral, who I think is someone impersonating Snow Carl, says, can't wait to see you play Furry Crossing tonight. Gee, thanks for the $1 tip. Shit. Okay. Who you gonna call? To me, $6.66. It says, I ain't afraid of no trolls. So here's someone who's saying they are not afraid to contribute because they're not afraid of the trolls. Alright, they did not put the question mark. I think it would have been cool if they did put a question mark in their name, but they did not. Thank you. $6.66 tip, biggest tip of the day. Jumps us up to $10 in total tips so far. Thank you for the support. Okay. Sick Case tipped me $5 and says, you're basically bullied every day by detractors. Do you feel that most of your fans relate to you about being bullied? I mean, you would think that most of people on the planet who are bullied, yes, everyone gets, listen, I would really firmly believe, unless you're born a giant muscular freak who's like the big dog in the yard, pretty much everyone's going to get bullied at some point in their life. You know what I mean? Like, I would think every person in modern society gets bullied at some point. Now, does anyone get bullied to the extent that I get bullied? I mean, I'm sure there are a few people out there, but few and far between. The amount of harassment that I get on a daily basis is pretty insane. So, you know, I'm sure there's some people who can relate because they get bullied in real life. Please understand, I'm with you guys. I used to be bullied when I was in high school. I was very, very heavily bullied. You know, and now later in my life, here we go again. People can get away with it anonymously, so they do it, right? There's not much you can do, you know. But I'm here with you, and you know, if anyone relates, I mean, holy crap! I hope if you relate to me being bullied, it's not because you're getting the same kind of harassment that I'm getting, because I would not wish the kind of online harassment that I get on any human being on Earth. It's so insanely disgusting. All right, so. Let's just continue and not focus on the negative. OG Rascal did a 200-bit cheers that you reckon you'll be in the history textbooks. So you sort of pioneered impromptu reactionary commentary. No. I don't think anyone's going to write textbooks about anything like that. And if they do, it'll only be about the record holders. So the textbooks will definitely mention PewDiePie and Ninja and maybe a few other people who had giant numbers, but I never reached that. And so, sadly, the innovators get left in the dust. It's only those who break the records who really get remembered. So I don't think I will be remembered. If anything, you know, it'll be my body of work that speaks for me, you know, one day when I'm gone. And hopefully my body of work will be on the internet forever, but we certainly don't know how long YouTube's going to last. So who fucking knows, right? OG Rascal cheered again 100 bits. He says, it's gross, it's for this. What? Well, I have no idea what the hell that means. But thanks, OG Rascal, for another cheer. Then there's an absolutely disgusting thing. I'm not even going to read this. Fucking gross. Flame Grilled Skids 7. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Flame Grilled Skids, for the sub. The coronavirus took me $1.30. And now he's talking about joining part of the Bolshevik Revolution. Hilarious. No, it's not. It's stupid. Let us now, guys. Let us now say thanks to those who cheered and gifted subs this week. Okay? So, thank you to the following people who are the top cheers of the week. So Epic Games is in 10th place. Sambuca 2020 in 9th. Snow Carl in 8th. The OG Rascal is 7th. Darkside Carol is 6th. Shadow the Hedgehog in 5th. Ryan in 4th. The Villain X in 3rd. Tanya Raven in 2nd. And Nihilistic Goldfish. Nihilistic Goldfish, the top cheer of the week by 10 bits. Thank you, Nihilistic Goldfish, for your support this week. Okay. Also, thank you to the following people who gifted subscriptions this week. In 10th place, we got Sundance McGee. Well, actually, let me not do placings. Let's say the following people each gifted a sub. Sundance McGee, Super Slade, Ryan, and Bookish Awkward. The following people gifted 2 subs. Deathproof 42 and Cold Zero 87. The following people each gifted 3 subs. Big Papa Phil, DRS Gangsta, Bishop of Mercy. And Beast Bod gifted 5 subscriptions. Thank you. PW Dubs, I don't know if this is really you or not. It's an insanely stupid question. I'm not going to answer it, but thank you for the tip regardless. I'm seriously not addressing nonsense like that. Oh, let's see here. Welcome to Snap City Cheers. Did you look into the viewer's choice yet? I actually just spoke about this on pre-stream. I said I am going to do that later this week. Right now, I know I'm going to be busy the next few days. My wife is home from work for a few days, and I want to spend time with her. She's been working her butt off this week. But later this week, when I get a little bit more time, I am going to sit down and close off the polls for viewer's choice. I'm going to look at the results. I'm going to try to figure out what the hell happened, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it and let you guys know. All right? So I will let you know later this week. Thank you for the cheer. Golden Nobles just cheered. He said, what's up? I'm currently enjoying your Doom Eternal playthrough. Are you ever going to play the multiplayer? Quite frankly, probably not. Most people during the playthrough told me it was not worth my time. That apparently, unlike Doom 2016, it was not a robust mode at all with multiple modes, but it was kind of very lackluster and bare bones. That it looks like they basically focused primarily on the campaign and the multiplayer was an afterthought. And I'll be honest, that's really disappointing to me because I thought Doom 2016's multiplayer was good. It played like an old school arena shooter, much like Quake 3 or Unreal Tournament. And I was very sad to hear that this time around they really didn't do a good job with it. If I had more time and there weren't as many new releases that came out back to back, I probably would have made time for the multiplayer and tried it out. But as is, there was no time, and no one really has asked me to go back to check it out at this point. So, unless there is some kind of an overwhelming demand for me to go back and try it, I'm probably not going to. Okay? All right. OG Rascal did a 100-bit cheer and says, I enjoy your streams because during these times they provide a positive source of entertainment. So thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for the cheer. Hey, would you blow me? To me, $1.30 asking if I'm ever going to try Tifa's combat in Final Fantasy VII. I did yesterday. I guess you weren't paying attention, or you weren't on the stream, or you didn't see the videos. I used her in combat yesterday, and I thought she was interesting. Dog Meat Chef tipped $1 and basically saying, I know sometimes you say you eat Chinese food. Would you still do so after all of this going on? Yes, because unlike stupid idiots who think that somehow because this virus pandemic, more than likely, at least according to health officials, started in China, that somehow I would think that Americanized Chinese food restaurants are somehow purporting this virus or something. That's ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. If you look at the facts, all right, most health officials are stating that this virus, much like many of the viruses like SARS and other things, are coming from Chinese wet markets. Okay? These are markets where they eat all kinds of exotic animals, also known as animals that aren't safe to fucking eat. All right? Now, I'm not saying this is definitive evidence. I'm saying actual health officials all around the world have been saying this and saying this is likely what's going on in the world. All right? But Americanized restaurants are not affected. That is insanely stupid racism and bias that is based on zero facts and just stupidity. Ignorance and stupidity. Just like you hear stories, oh, a couple of Chinese guys were on a bus and they got the shit beat out of them because people were yelling at them, Chinese slurs about the virus. Are you fucking so that's stupid? Like, really? Are we really that dumb in this country to think that someone who's in this country had something to do with an outbreak that started in mainland China? Are you that fucking stupid? Yes, the answer is yes. Sadly, Americans are that fucking stupid. And every day it disgusts me more to hear more about the stupidity and the dumb things these idiots are doing and just causing more problems. But no, I would not, I'm not going to eat at a Chinese restaurant because, the virus may have originated in China. No, I'm not a fucking idiot. I love Chinese food and I would continue to eat it. So there you go. How ridiculous. Fruits07 did a 50-bit cheer. He says, would modern internal capture cards be able to do a 4K picture for TV with a 1080p feed on Twitch, dual feeds? I couldn't tell you, Fruits07. I haven't looked at a modern capture card. Mine is over 5 years old. I would guess, yes. Really, I would guess, yes. You would think that would be the case. I would hope so, especially if you're paying top dollar for a modern device. But for me, I have no idea. Couldn't answer that. Oh, let's see here. What? Well, Doodly Dread did a 50-bit cheer and a ginormous paragraph that appears to be a quote. I don't know if it's a quote of something I've said or something someone else said, but it's not even complete. It cuts off, so I'm not going to read it. Sorry, Doodly Dread, but thank you for the cheer. Okay. All right. Trex Tyson is saying to report me. I don't know what the hell you would report me for because I didn't do anything wrong. In fact, I was basically being defensive of Asian Americans and saying don't be a dumb fuck and do stupid things as a result of being an uninformed, biased moron in America. So go ahead and report away, I guess, and nothing will happen because once again, it's just false reporting. By the way, you're permanently banned because you're a dumb fuck. Great. I know, once again, report for stating facts, right? Anyway. All right, guys. Well, OG Rascal Cheers, remember when you said the flu is worse than the coronavirus? At one point it was. If you were looking at statistics, yes, more people had passed away from the flu than the coronavirus. That was a long time ago. That was a month ago, and that was before we learned more about how bad this virus really is, and that it became a worldwide pandemic. It was not classified as a pandemic at that point, But it's funny how people will take something, something that someone says from the past that's out of context to what's in the present and what we know in the present, right? And say, ha, you said this, you were wrong. It's like, okay, well, you do realize that in the past, people said that smoking was great. Smoking is healthy. Smoking will actually help your health. They actually said this in the past before there was documented medical evidence that smoking kills. They actually said smoking was good for your health, and they probably got millions of people around the world to smoke. Then later on after doing proper research, oh shit, smoking's bad for you. So yeah, back before we knew how bad this was going to get with the coronavirus, I was saying, yeah, it seems like a lot of this stuff is overblown. The reactions are overreacted because, per the data we were being provided at the time, it was not a worldwide pandemic. The flu had been much more dangerous. That's not the case anymore. We now know so much more about COVID-19, that it's more virulent than the flu, that it's more deadly than the flu, right? Especially for certain groups of people. So, yeah, obviously those statements were completely incorrect based on incorrect information. So what's your point, OG Rascal? Do you have one? I'm curious. Do you have one? Do you have a point? I'm waiting. Please give me your point. We're going to sit here and we're going to wait on the stream until OG Rascal comes up with a point. We're not going to proceed. We're just going to wait. We're going to wait it out. We're going to wait for the point. I'm still waiting. We're going to keep waiting. In the meantime, Lil Wayne tipped me $1 and wants to know how big my pee-pee is. Well, sadly, you're never going to know that. Only my wife will know that. Okay? Oh, Mora Moria, you're absolutely correct that I forgot to add your fan art. Holy shit, I'm sorry. You know what? Through the magic of the internet, I'm going to do it on the fly because I completely goofed and did not add it. I have it on my PC right now, and I didn't put it into the show because I'm stupid. So hold on a second. I think this is it. Hold on. I'm going to put it at the beginning of the slideshow so we can take a look at it. So hold on a second here, everybody. Be patient. More patience. A little more patience. And there it is. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that artwork. Holy fuck, that's amazing. Mora Moria is super talented. So thank you, Mora Moria, for the new fan art. That is good stuff. Alvaro Ponte tipped me $2.30. It says, can you and your webmaster look at the polls? Thank you for your patience. Your audience is worried the polls are rigged. I already spoke about that twice, Alfred, on this very pre-stream, that yes, we are going to do that. Later this week, when I get a chance, it's probably going to be like Thursday, Friday, more than likely, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to look at the data and we're going to try to figure it out. Okay? All right. OG Rascal cheered again. He says, nothing but you sound lugubrious. Well, I could sound lugubrious if I want on my own stream. You sound stupid because you literally called me out and said, you remember when you said the coronavirus was worse, or the flu was worse than the coronavirus, which obviously is an out of context reference because that was when everyone had misinformation. Now that we have proper information, there's no reason to call out things people said in the past that were misinformed because we were all misinformed. So stop it. There's a kid outside screaming. You just heard him. Okay. Jake Tapper, to me $4.20. And here we go. Do you think minimizing the coronavirus early on may have led to your own viewers risking their lives and getting sick? No. No. I'm pretty sure that nothing that I said on a stream caused my viewers to go out and take irresponsible actions. We were all abiding by what we were being told at the time. So, we all probably were out there, unbeknownst to us, at risk because we didn't know the extent of how serious this situation was. It sucks that that's the truth, but that's the truth pretty much for everybody, right? So there you go. All right. Anything else? Well, now OG Rascal cheered and said, go Phil. All right. I prefer an apology, but I guess that'll do. Thank you for the cheer. All right, guys. So anything else? Or shall we get ready here and get started with Final Fantasy VII? What do you guys think? Shadow Steve cheers. Said, thoughts on Final Fantasy VII Remake's combat? I like the strategy. It's way more engaging than Final Fantasy XV's combat, in my opinion. I would say it obviously is a big variation on combat from games like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15, and in a way, you know, Final Fantasy 13. I really feel the stagger system is almost similar to Final Fantasy 13, even though there was a stagger in 15 as well. I think that you know, a little bit of the stagger kind of comes or is inspired by 13. So, do I like the combat? So far, so good. Is the combat going to get a lot more difficult? Probably. Right now, I'm finding that dodging is way more effective than blocking. Like, you do 2-3 hits. If there's an attack coming, dodge it. Then try to either switch attack styles or hit from behind or use a weakness. I get the feeling later on, probably blocking will be necessary, but I have not really found a way to utilize the blocking very effectively yet. So I guess we'll see moving forward. But so far, so good. I am liking the combat here in the early stages of the game. I think it's good. Okay. I do like the fact that it's not insanely simplistic, because although I'm sure there will be people who are going to try to button mash, you definitely need to alternate between your abilities, your magic, switching between characters in order to utilize their strengths and weaknesses, you know. I like that about the game, so. Let's see here. Styles P, to me, $1 says, will this stop you from visiting China in the future? I had no plans to visit China in the future anyway. So no, I don't think this would necessarily stop me from visiting China, a place where I never would have intended to visit anyway. Collective Brutality is talking about me singing to German folk songs to elderly people. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but thanks for a $5 tip of that complete nonsense. Okay? All right. Here we go. Oh, shit. Beast Black Republican. Here we go. He says, there were several accurate estimates that coronavirus was going to be worse than the flu. I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time, all the information we were being provided with was basically kind of misinformation. It was weird how information about this thing disseminated, because we had, like, some places were like, oh my god, this is like hugely bad and everyone should know about it, and it's panic. And then, like, our government didn't really talk about it or really, you know, emphasize it like that. Neither did the World Health Organization. They didn't, you know, classify it as a pandemic for a really long time, which is odd that they didn't. Because if it really was as bad as it was and they were seeing the numbers they were seeing, why did they not act like it was a more serious deal? I don't know. Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, so I have no fucking clue. All I know is, you know, we were all making judgments based on the information that we were being provided here in the United States, at least. I don't know what other information people were being provided in other countries, but here, until about a month ago, here it was kind of like, yeah, it's a big deal in China, and it may spread through Europe, maybe, but you know, don't worry too much about it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, holy fuck, world ending. You're like, what? How did that change so quickly? All right, so it just seems to me like, you know, a lot of factors here. And again, this is not a politics stream, so let's not make the end-all be-all of the stream talking about it. Same thing with Top Space. Just hit me $1 talking more about it. We're not going to keep talking about it. We're going to change the subject now. So thank you for the $1 tip, but I'm not going to say this is not the coronavirus stream. Okay. Now Ludacris to the $1 says, why don't you give deep thought to your answers on stream? I answer as best as I can on the fly. I am not a guru, nor am I a super informed person on any topic, besides maybe old school Street Fighter. So I don't know why anyone would expect the most, you know, what can I say, the most wise things being said on a gameplay stream from a random guy who considers himself just a regular gamer, like all of you. I don't know why you would expect more. I mean, perhaps you should stop coming to the stream expecting some kind of, like, insanely informed, insightful stuff being said. I am grateful for all contributions. and I do try to respond as best I can. But if someone is derailing to the stream or saying something incredibly stupid, no, I'm not going to read it, because that's just their intention, to derail things. Fallen1570 did a 50-bit cheer and says, shout out to you, Phil. Today's my birthday. Is the Final Fantasy VII Remake the first time you played Final Fantasy VII? First of all, happy birthday to you, Fallen. I hope you have a good day. I just celebrated my birthday a little less than a week ago myself. Number 2, no, I played Final Fantasy VII as a new release in the 90s. I played it again when it was re-released for PC in the early 2000s, and then a few years later, I played it again on PC. So this is effectively the 4th time that I'll be playing it, although in reality, it's not the same game. It's a very different game from what I played back in the day, for sure. So, in reality, is it the same? No, it's not. Okay? But no, I played the originals 3 times. And by the way, I beat it completely, including all the secret content, raising the chocobos to get the golden chocobo to get the Knights of the Round summon. I fought Emerald and Ruby Weapon and beat them. I did every piece of content in Final Fantasy VII. Call me Thick Daddy, thanks. Resubscribe for 5 months. Says, if I run naked outside, am I going to get the coronavirus? If you run naked outside, you're probably going to jail. So, yeah, that'll probably increases your chances of having the coronavirus. PW Dubs to the $1.30 and said, would you consider another impromptu IRL stream with your cell phone? No. Flame Grilled Skids 7 did 100-bit cheers. Said, what are my thoughts on a Final Fantasy 7? Excuse me. I keep saying Final Fantasy 7 this morning. Let's try this again. What are my thoughts on Resident Evil 4 Remake? The rumor is that production is in full swing to make a Resident Evil 4 Remake. That's stupid. Resident Evil 4 plays like a modern game. The whole point of a remake is to take a game that played outdated and make it modernized for a modern audience. Why are we taking a game that plays like a modern game and remaking it? As I said before, I think they should remake Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0. Turn those into modernized games. Those are games that most fans of Resident Evil never played because they're not modernized. So 4, I don't feel needs a remake. If they are completely redoing it, I hope they'd redo it from the ground up and make new enemy types. New, you know what I mean? It has to be a new game. It has to feel like a new game because the game already plays like a modern game to me. Battleduck 9000 to me $5. I just got here. Can I get this week's lucky bingo numbers while you're predicting the future? Sure. All right. This week's lucky bingo numbers. A, 8. B, 13. I'm just kidding. By the way, there is no AA. It's BINGO, isn't it? Oh my God, I am a fucking idiot. Boy, I'm stupid. Well, can you tell it's been a while since I played bingo last? Wow, I am stupid. Bingo is my name-o. To me, $4.20 said, would you rather? And then he's talking about women. And I'm not going to answer that because it's fucking stupid. All right. Stop that right now. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like that's it for the pre-stream. Thank you, obviously, to everyone who's contributed. We're already up to $44 in tips, and I haven't even booted the game yet. That is amazing support. Again, thank you. If we do hit the tips goal today, yes, the vest will go on. And in fact, before we even start, I'm going to turn on the fan even higher because, man, it is pretty hot in here already. The sun is beating on my wall. It's probably about 80 degrees. So let me get that fan going because if we hit the tips goal, oh, man. Okay. All right. Maximum blast fanage. Maximum fanage. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for the support. Let's get started.